My wallet is sobbing. I can hear it. I can hear it in the hall now. It is breaking down, crying.
It turns out that Attila, the arrogant so-and-so, he's got a fake hammer.
Oh, a fake?
Yeah.
Whoa. As I say, dick.
Welcome to episode 72 of the Your Allegiance podcast. It's not episode 72, it's episode 73. Because episode 72
I was about to say, hang on a minute.
was the replay episode. That's your fault, Rich. I'm going to keep that in. We're going to go like that. For our US listeners, hope you had a great 4th of July. For our UK listeners, the election is over, so you can get on with your lives again. It's all good. For us, the rest of us Euros, we're over here watching the football. Quarter-final weekend coming up, so looking forward to that. The summer was here briefly, but it's gone again. Piss and rain again today. 14 degrees. It's 29 degrees on Sunday. I mean, it's just... I'm dead. I've given up.
Luxembourg has inherited the British weather. Well done, Luxembourg.
Yeah, I said to Cindy, today, it's like Ireland. She goes, it's worse than Ireland because it's so dark. At least in Ireland there's a bit of a breeze. It just blows through. I said, you have a point. Yeah, this is just 24 hours misery. But yeah, I'm watching a lot of football. I remember when I first came here, one of the first summers I spent here, when I went back to college, and I came over, was in my second year, and I'd had a summer thing, job or something set up here, and it fell through. So I was stuck basically without a car, and we live quite in the countryside here. So I watched the World Cup. I remember it was one of my biggest memories, was watching the World Cup 2006, because it was on in Germany as well, so it was a big hype over here for it, and the German team was doing quite well. And I remember that semi-final, Italy and Germany, and I was just, it went to extra time. It was a nil-nil until about the 119th minute, but it was an absolutely incredible game of football. It was just everything except goals. And then the Italians scored this incredible goal just before we thought it was going to penalties. And I knocked over a litre glass bottle of water, Evian. So I was being good boy. All over the tile floor. So that went everywhere, glass everywhere. My wife being environmentally conscious with her glass bottles, but I didn't appreciate it at that particular moment. So I'm a little bit back in that mode now, not quite, but I'm enjoying the kind of regular summer football. And I think international football, even though it's probably worse quality, it's more fun to watch. I'm not a big Premier League kind of day-to-day man. I think in the Premier League you need to be really bought into one of the clubs, whereas with international football, you just, even if your own team isn't in it, you can kind of get behind one country over another,
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, I'm not that fussed by international football, but when it comes to the Premier League, I only really watch Man United.
But it's when you see the smaller countries doing well and kind of...
That's it.
Yeah.
Well,
or England doing badly, which as a Welshman, it's never a bad thing to me.
So that's the problem. I'm not fussed by England doing well either until they start doing well. It's nice, but I'm not.
We have this debate in Ireland. It's like, what point do you want England to go out? Is it like we want them to stay in a good while because we want, the entertainment of it all? Because even if they're doing well, they manage to kind of, their media is always finding fault, and it's very entertaining. But you don't ever want to risk them getting to the final, because then they might actually win it. So an inglorious semi-final exit on penalties, I think, has been decided as the preferred entertainment for us Irish. Although I wouldn't mind. I don't care, to be honest. I just want to watch. It's all entertainment for me. But
we have about a mile down the road. There's they built set up a fan park. So they've got like 7 meter screen, and they show it, and everyone
cool.
get beers, and it's outdoors and all this sort of stuff. I'm going nowhere near it, but it basically, I don't need to be watching the football to know how England are doing. You just hear silence, then a massive roar, and you're like, okay, they've scored. And then it went silent again really quickly, and I'm like, okay, that must have been disallowed. Check the live text. And it's like, yeah, it's been disallowed. And then another huge cheer and roar when they scored in the last minute. And it's like, yeah, I can just follow it all by the noise from there.
Yeah, it's like when one of my friends that I'm kind of, would be chatting a bit about football with or whatever, and he was over in the UK, and because he's watching kind of, just regular terrestrial television when he's watching the game, it's a little bit ahead of the kind of IPTV that I'm watching. So I had to kind of switch the messages off because he kept spoiling it, like 30 seconds before a goal or something. You get this message and it's like, okay, I need to switch you off now.
I had that in the was it the last? Oh, it must have been the Euros. It must have been the last Euros because they were in over here, weren't they? Mm-hmm. Or the later stages were anyway. And I was literally watching it in a pub, and my friend who lives in Italy was messaging me going, "Oh, so and so scored," and it wouldn't come up on the screen for like a minute. And I'm in the actual country where it's taking place, and a minute before I do what the score is. It's just like, what the hell?
He was on the satellite TV, and the pub was obviously using internet TV, which is always just a little bit delayed. So yeah, there you go. So even you see with the streaming, with the comments, you often see, if you're doing a live stream, you often see the kind of reaction to something you said in the comments come in a couple of good 30 seconds afterwards. It's not quite instantaneous.
No. It was really awkward for me though, because I'd be sat there, look at my phone and suddenly go, "Ooh," and everybody at the table would look around and go, "What do you know?" It was like, nothing.
Well, we are going to talk this week about the summer of Cosmerrium. We're also going to talk about a little bit about Ashes of Egbender retail pricing, just to see how that's shaping up. If you want to top up your direct order or even just make your first order, going with your local retailers, how that might look for you across UK, Europe, and of course we'll have a look at America as well, just to see how that shapes up against us.
John, you weren't looking at your screen then, but as soon as you mentioned the summer of Cosmerrium, Mal immediately had his hand on his chest and was doing that. I was like, wow, he's like grabbing his nipples with excitement talking about Cosmerrium. Okay, it's not even
That's
subtle.
another show, Rich. That's another show.
It was just a little bit of an itch. I was scratching.
Any viewers will be able to confirm that. Any viewers will be able to confirm that.
Join our Patreon if you want to see more of that content.
No.
I also do. I do know that Mr. Gerard put up a couple more lore stories. One on the Blue Shield, and another one with Shui in the kind of tower or whatever, going through the old books and stuff like that. So we will get to those eventually. But Mal is too busy tidying up his house on his days off to get down on that. But yeah, we will. We know there will be gaps where we can slot that stuff in, and that's never going to go. How would you say? It's never going to go off the headline news. We can always put those things in when they fit. So yeah, something to look forward to. But anyway, in the meantime, maybe just talk a little bit about anything you've picked up recently, or what's been troubling your wallets aside from the Ashes of Egbender. I know Mal today was desperately scrambling to get Casey Jones from Mezco. And success?
Yes, I managed to get him. Only to read later that there might be a UK release of it, but I've got him.
Yeah, I think it's not an official from Mezco UK release, though. I think it's just some retailers that might get some stock.
We'll get him. Yeah, so it could be more expensive. I don't know how that works. So.
Would have been something cool if you had missed him, maybe to find, but.
Yes, I've got him though, so yeah, I'm pleased. I'm chuffed.
It's a bit weird. Cool. I mean, I know they do this. It's a bit weird that Casey's an exclusive after the Turtles were not, so that's a bit strange.
Yeah, it's strange decision, isn't it? Really, but not the first one Mezco have made.
Yeah. Imagine the Four Horsemen, did a wave and then released Otto as an exclusive. You could only get him in limited quantities on the website or something. with no further future release after.
And then they're all just sat there in the studio eating popcorn, watching all the comments come up on the Cabal.
Yeah, no, yeah.
No, if that is the plan, Jeremy, don't choke on your popcorn right now. And you, Rich, anything?
I had a very large roll of bubble wrap arrive earlier. That's always an exciting time in my house. That means eBay sales are going well, and I've run out, so I need to order some more. So that's always a good thing. No, apart from that, I've been trying not to spend money. To be honest, I'm trying desperately not to buy much at all in the run up to Legion's Con.
Good.
There'll be other stuff like Monster Force and that sort of thing, which I'm going to have to pick up and pay for in the meantime. But all Mythic stuff and Cosmic stuff. There's so many good sculpts coming out from the third-party people at the moment, and it's like, nope, just wait for Legion's Con. Just wait for Legion's Con. You get some good painted ones there. So, although I did have an email from Hasbro Pulse earlier saying that my 60th anniversary retro diver is on the way. So, they did the marine and the dive, or the grunt and the diver.
Oh, yeah, there was something for mid-July I remember ordering. Some of the dreadnoughts.
This one was ordered oh God, must be getting on for a year ago. And I had the other 60th anniversary one a few months back now, which is a great figure. And this one just seemed to have vanished. But all of a sudden it get a little notice saying it's left the building.
Brilliant.
So that'll be exciting when that turns up.
Well, Big Bad Toy Store looked to have had their Dreadnought torch in, but as ever, UK Pulse is like, no, not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, but you'll get it. So don't worry about that.
I mean, I could afford to wait. I've already seemed to have managed to rack up a bill this month.
And
it's like I ordered Jada Toys, M. Bison, and oh God, my mind's gone blank. Dalsim, from a UK online retailer who's still showing it as pre-order on their website and paid for it fully in advance. And the Smith's Toy Superstores have got them in stock and had them for at least a month. So if I'm ever in there, I can see it on the shelf, and it's like, I can't get it though because I've got one pre-ordered and paid for, so I have to just wait. It's like, come on.
Yeah, there's some of the European Legions retailers that often have the wave a little bit later than the others. So you have to kind of know which ones. It's not Figure and Lager, and it's not Mighty Underground. They're the ones to go for. They have the best prices too.
I did have a very large box. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the show or not, actually. I don't think I have. Arrived from David Williams. God bless David. He takes it for me in the US and then posted a box over to me. It was a Poxus all-in box. That's how much stuff there was. It cost $130 to ship it over to the UK.
Holy smokes. Yeah. I think that's the same size box that we got Len to ship to each of us separately.
Yes, that was a similar sort of price, wasn't it? Yeah.
Box, yeah.
But yeah, some awesome stuff in there. My Naughty or Nice Barbarian Santa was in there. It's a lovely figure.
It's good, yeah.
Yeah, really good. I haven't opened them yet because I've been busy with stuff, but I got two of the Jada Toys Mega Man figures. So I got Mega Man and Iceman, I want to say. That came through as well, and just like painted goodies, some wonderful free gifts from people I bought stuff from. Shout out to Steph Delatour, Corey Schwarzenhofer, Blaze Bear. Thank you guys. There was lots of like little freebies and that in there, and some big freebies. Yeah, it's an awesome box. I was sat there like a kid at Christmas opening this thing up, just like paper going everywhere, just like, yes, there's that and woo.
So did you get some stuff up on the shelves then, or?
I'm working on that.
How is the collection these days?
It's still a bit of a mess. I'm more tidying up to find stuff to sell at the moment. So on Sunday, I spent about 3 hours finding all the parts for various figures I wanted to sell, sort of thing, and then getting the boxes and boxing them up. And so I got about another 14, 15
that takes
figures
a long time.
That work. It's a ridiculously long time. It's like, I've got it all, and then you're like, it's missing a dagger. God damn it. And you're trying to find the dagger that goes with it. So that's taken a lot of my time at the moment. But to encourage me to do more of the putting of customs together, I've actually got them downstairs in the living room at the moment. And my good lady wife hasn't lost her shit over it.
Wow.
So I'll leave them there a bit longer, and then I can start putting them together a bit more.
Nice. Yeah, I'm busy working on some little paint jobs.
Thank you, John.
Yeah. Tidied him up. I need to do the belt and the little metal thing at the front. I have another one of those torsos as well that's slightly less scarred at the back. I don't know if you can see them. It's kind of scarred.
Yeah. Is that the nipple ring one or the non-nipple ring?
Yeah, it's the nipple ring,
Yeah.
So
that's the sort of great conversations you have with people because I commissioned that piece. When you commission it with them and you get the pictures through and you're like, is that a nipple ring? And you have a quick chat about why there's a nipple ring on the torso. And you're like, yeah, no, that's a good idea. I like that. Yeah.
So that you actually commissioned that torso. Oh, that's interesting.
I did, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Commissioned it through Prop Masters. So
do you have it on a different figure as well? Or?
Yes, I've got 2 of that one and then one of the sort of more simple one that you've got. In fact, that one. In fact, it's the only one. Because they're going to be my Ogrins. So I wanted 3 of them like bare-chested sort of thing, and then another 3 or 4 will be wearing various clothes. So
very good. And I got some paints in from Procreal. So I got these.
Nice.
They're kind of signature sets. So I got the Rogue Hobbies one, the Flame On Miniatures one, and I also got their Adepticon one. So that's another 18 colors. Sorry. 6x3 is 18. So having fun with those. They came in handy for those torsos, Rich. So I was actually waiting for them to come in. I was like, yeah, don't quite have the color, but I was looking at the colors and I was like, yeah. No, it still needed a blend of few different colors, but there wasn't one that was close enough to kind of make the blend easier. Because that's what I always find. If you need to blend a bit, try and start with a color that's as close as you need to blend, and then just put small little bits of another color in.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you did a good job though, John, I haven't seen it next to an arm of the figure you're matching. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's close enough, I think. Yeah.
If you watch the Rogue Hobbies YouTube video where she talks about her set, she's basically tried to design it so you could blend it absolutely any of the Games Workshop colours you want.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I must
really put some thought in.
I must look that video actually. Yeah, I think I watched the video where she was just kind of promoting it. It was a short video, but I didn't watch the video. Where
she
they
did
were
almost
doing the explanations.
Colour matched some of the Games Workshop colours.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then actually what I was doing today, and like you, Rich, trying to put, trying to fish through your figures to kind of pack them is a kind of laborious. Also doing labels and putting pins into envelopes for our Patreons, exclusive pin. So I've gone through a bunch of those today. There's a couple of people I didn't have addresses for, so I reached out to them, so waiting, and then they'll be on their way to our good friend Kevin in the States, who will distribute them on our behalf through the...
And to the UK people, to the UK Patreons, I will get the envelopes tomorrow.
Yeah, and obviously any of the other European Patreons, they will go out.
I was wondering what you're going to say there, Mal. I thought you were going to say, and to the UK Patreons, just shit out of luck, hard luck.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just going to leave them all in the other room.
And then there was Cullen did the wheel for the Ralph Mouse fundraiser, which was amazing. Brian Lynn played a big part in organising that as well. And a lot of other people, I mean, some amazing donations for the prizes. I know Jesse and Curtis donated a load of figures. Eric Miller did some paint jobs. Corey Schwarzenhofer, he did some stuff.
Some of which I won,
custom.
so that was very exciting.
Yeah, I saw that. I donated a custom. Lots of other cool people. Obviously, Brian himself did donate some stuff. And loads of people, too many to mention. Kevin Castillo, congratulations, you won my custom. We've had some good back and forth this week. It's ready and going to be shipped out to you tomorrow. He actually wanted me to do a name and a bio as well for it. So I said, well, I first offered he could give me one if he wanted, and I'll do a little box. I'll put it on the side of a box for him. And he thought about it and he said, "Why don't you do it?" And I said, okay, great, thanks. Now I have to use my brain. I was good with typing and gluing, and I have the template from previous custom I did, or some customs, and and then he said, if you can incorporate my name somehow into it, and I said, grand. So I did that, and then I said, do you want to be spoiled, or do you want to be surprised when you get the box? So he said, surprised. So that's fun because it can't be changed. So, but I think it's good. The only spoiler, if he's listening to this, is I did integrate a little bit of the lore from the Ice Troll and Ragna and Thalin, because they have bio which is related to that kind of icy stuff, and this is a kind of an icy demon using a head from Wolf King, and then obviously the rest is Legion's parts, which I have painted and added some snow effects. So all in all, that went off amazingly well. They transferred money over $5,000. I
was going to say it's $5,500, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, it was an amazing
over
amount.
€5,000 to Ralph's family, to his wife and his son, and and Mark Calvo went over to the funeral as well. So a lot of community involvement there. All I can say is, obviously we'd rather this didn't have to be done, but it just shows you what great community it is in terrible, sad circumstances like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so anything else happening with you boys before we go into some of the main topic for this episode? No, if people haven't switched off already with the football talk. Boom, gone. It's our lives, sometimes our lives are boring to you
Just
guys.
put an American accent on, John, at the start. Just go over it and just go, and the soccer, and then just start talking about then. And
they'll definitely turn off. Maybe the football's more interesting to them when it's actually people talking about it that know what it's about. I always find that's better. God, and I'm listening to so many podcasts about it and everything. It's a little bit sad, but hey, what can you do? I did listen to the Mythic Enablers episode today. It was great. Fair play to them. They're on episode 10 now, so motoring along. I'm glad to see that they're continuing with it and getting better all the time. So that's awesome for them. And they did a custom head sculpt for Wyatt for his birthday. They helped his girlfriend arrange that in secret.
Is that what it was? So, I saw a picture up earlier.
So,
okay.
Sorry to spoil the Enablers episode, but you should have listened to them. It's been out a few days before you get this. Come on, what are you doing, people? And if not, then they should be in the queue ahead of our episode. Surely. Or not.
Say that. Listen to it after you've listened to this.
You just cue them all in order, yeah. Just don't listen to the latest My Wife Is Going to Kill Me one, because they just argued about the sky being blue for an hour and a half. I don't even know what the topic was, and I don't want to even. It was something about driving a motorbike. It went on and on. I love those guys, but you don't need 20 minutes talking about whether you turn left or turn right. Oh no, I used the Apple podcasts transcript thing, and I just scrolled through the transcript until it got to the point where they weren't talking about it anymore, and I pressed on it and it skips it there. Yeah, it's a genius thing. It's also great for skipping ads in shows. Because usually they don't transcribe the ads, so then you can just skip to the next bit where there's actually text and it skips the ad. So
I see. I put it on the YouTube on the big TV whilst I was tidying and doing stuff. So I got it all.
If it's there in the background, but I was kind of driving or whatever. Or no, I wasn't driving. I was doing something kind of where I needed to be entertained, and that wasn't happening. Right. Mal. Maybe we can bring this up for next time, but your custom swig for the summer of Cosmerrium.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I want to add it to the slides next week, and you can read out the bio that you've done. How about that?
Yeah, we'll do, yeah, sure.
It's a great figure that, though, Mal. Yeah, really good.
Absolutely.
I was chuffed with the way it turned out. I was determined to get him done in a couple of weeks rather than like most of my customs.
Yeah, you were pretty much start to finish very quickly, so... I was quite impressed, and very good as well. So that's a cosmic swig for that Mal is going to bring to Legion's Con, I believe, to be part of the was it 1,000 swigs or something?
That's it. Yeah, the idea is that the hope, I'm guessing, is that people will take their version of swig along to Legion's Con, and there can maybe be a photograph of 1,000 swigs. So
excellent.
I think everyone should get involved in that. It's one of those things that sort of reminds you how wholesome the Cabal can be, isn't it, really?
Oh, crap. If I follow through on my idea for what I want to do in my swig, that might scupper the wholesome element.
It's wholesome.
If I can make it work, it's a well-dodgy swig.
I mean, the idea doesn't mean the swig has to be wholesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one as well, but I haven't been inspired yet. I'll have to see when the inspiration hits. Hopefully, it'll go quite quickly then. Right? Shall we move on over to the main event? There you go, the summer of Cosmerrium. This was exciting to see, Mal, huh?
Oh yes. This is I'm a bit, as you know, I'm a big fan of Cosmic Legions and what's coming out for them, and any time you get a chance to indulge in cosmics, whether it's the sale or something else we'll talk about in a bit, then can't complain.
Yeah, so to kick off this summer of Cosmerrium, they're going to have a 20% off in-stock sale from all participating retailers. So look up the retailers that you normally use for Legions, if you're interested, and see if they have the Cosmic Legions. The first 3 waves, 20% off, should be on the pricing. Obviously, some of those retailers will have the odd one that might be sold out. So you might have to shop around if you're after particular ones, like maybe Slog, for example. I know he was sold out at a good few places. And maybe shop around then to retailers that you don't normally use if your normal one isn't offering the sale. So, it's beginning. It was beginning already at the start of this week, so Monday. And it's to celebrate 1 year ago that the first Cosmic Wave began to ship. So that's June 27th. So it's time to celebrate and introduce new fans to the line. So there you go. This is fun. Definitely looking to pick up a couple of reinforcements to the Cosmic selection. Definitely the Tusk Pilot, I think. That was one that I was thinking of getting anyway. So definitely think I'm going to go for him. I see Waltor is on here. Do retailers have Waltor?
I don't know.
Yeah. I think only if they bought it themselves at
okay.
Full price, whatever sort of thing. So.
Yeah. Right. Novian Lean, is he still available? That's good. I saw some great deals on Vorga. I saw Vorga for €39 at Figure and Lager. So no, she might be gone now, but had her in my basket along with a couple of pilots. So I must get back to that. I just wanted to see what was going on this week, and we have some other news that might take precedence over that. But yeah, so that's the sale. You boys, what are you thinking for this?
I'm going to have to wait till the end of the month and see how long, it's basically next sort of credit card cycle at this point already, and see what's still left. But I definitely want to. A few Sphexians and Operative 86 or 83, I forget which one it is. 83. I'd like another couple of him. So.
Yeah, I want to get a couple of him and a couple more pilots. But yeah, the UK distributor is not doing the 20% off apparently, which is a pain. So mine, they were just picking some up at Legion's Con, to be honest.
Yeah, or hit me up if you want to send some of your money Europe's way, and I can get them over to you via. So that could be an idea. Yeah, the Smexian Mine Worker is another one, I think, and Operative 83, yeah, as you said. They would be the ones I'm looking at. I think I got enough from Wave 1 and Wave 2 so far, so it would be the Zaxius wave.
I want to get another Scourge as well. Sorry, John. I thought you'd finished.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've got an idea for a custom for that, so I want to get another Scourge.
Okay. What's the idea, or do you want to keep cards close to your chest?
No, it's I'm doing some Batman homage characters.
Okay. So
and I want to base Killer Croc.
Killer Croc, nice. Yeah, that looks.
So I want to base it on a Scourge. Yeah.
Is there an ogre croc head that's big enough?
There is. I haven't said that. Yes, I'll make that work.
Okay.
Paul Gerardo, Paul's Customs used to do one, but I think his shop might have come down now. But one of the recent sets that was released had a croc head, and some people are selling that at ogre scale, so I can use that.
Oh, that's the Jason Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was. Yeah, doesn't Seba have a crocodile ogre? No scale.
That's another good shout, actually, John.
Yeah, have a look.
I used to be the expert at this, and now all of a sudden you're telling me where to look. I need to get back my mojo back. I need to sit there and just study 3D websites for a bit. You can tell I'm buying less at the moment. It's like, they're dead to me. I'm just pushing out my mind.
Yeah, so, that is tricky. I need to definitely keep an eye on what Planetary Dog are doing with their sales, because there's some that I want to pick up before they retire, but as I don't have I have so much to paint that I don't have the urgency to get them. So but I don't want to miss them when they do.
Yeah, that reminds me. Actually, I've not checked what they're getting rid of this month. Right. Oh, the bread's going this month. If you want bread,
the bread, yeah, Trevor, get your bread.
I've just realised I've been spelling Cosmerrium wrong.
Oh,
sorry, just
there's
go off topic. There's 2 R's. I'd missed that completely.
Yeah, I think I did spell it with 2 M's at one stage. I was spelling it, which wasn't good.
I think I spelt it with 1 M in my bio thing I wrote, didn't I?
This is all the Tusks that we have currently. So that's a pretty cool selection, huh?
That is good.
Yellow is probably what we're missing as a colour, somebody mentioned.
I'd like to debate this.
One of them's not a Tusk.
I don't remember Walter being Tusk. I think he was just but he's in Tusk armour. I agree with that. Yeah.
And you know who is Tusk, who's not in this? Scourge.
Yeah. There you go.
But yeah, so I think it was more that the armour was,
it's more the armour then, built out. Although
but then actually the guy
the red Magnus is not.
Yeah, he's not wearing. He's wearing thingy armor.
But I just thought this was really cool.
But it's a very cool.
picture.
Yes, sorry, not to. It is a very cool picture.
Yeah. Right, and then we got an awesome reveal today of the Tusk Heavy Gunner without bio though.
Not yet.
I was disappointed for you, Mal. Without bio so far. Now, Jeremy will talk more about it on his episode this week, but we do have a good bit of information so far. So the Tusk Heavy Gunner, and he's an early release at Ishon 2024. So that Ishon 2024 we'll get on to in a sec with the details on that, but that is in August, start of August, and then offered for sale in storehorseman.com. So it's an early release, which means that it's not an exclusive. There won't be exclusive pieces that you won't get on the store version. It's just an early release, a bit like how the Motu ones used to go down. But this is a bit different in that it is just a standalone release. It's not part of a wave or anything. And it's a $37 figure that's just going to be available directly from them. Won't go to retailers.
Do you think that because they normally do 2 PowerCon exclusives, they might do another, we might get another reveal of another figure between now and Ishon?
I don't think so, no.
No, you think this will be it?
No, he said it was just the one.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, somebody asked him and he said it was just the one. So yeah, $40 at Ishcon. So the usual, it's going to be a couple of dollars more than what you would get it on the website, and 37 from Store Horseman. He won't appear at retailers unless the retailers buy stock, like through the sale, like we do, and then it'll probably be even more expensive there. So
it will be if that dodgy German site gets it. 300 euros.
Yeah, yeah, and parting them out. Yeah, parting out. Here's his helmet piece for 45.
Spectral heavy gunner. It's with his leftover.
So
Hagnon part.
Here's he's a green and kind of dark orange color with some yellow on the belt, a bit like the Novian Lean kind of colors on the belt, yellow and grey.
I couldn't decide. Is it dark orange or is it actually copper? That just isn't.
It's not metallic anyway, as far as I can see.
It's not.
No,
okay.
No.
If only with the better photos and we could tell properly.
You see there, it's
just
not
kidding, Trevor. Just kidding.
metallic. It's from the.
Yeah.
So he comes with that big heavy gun that you got with Vorga, that piece, and he comes with the normal helmet that you got with the Sentry, but with that Sligo little clip-on piece, and it's not a clear piece on this one. It's actually painted, which really changes the look.
Yeah,
it does.
Big time.
And it comes with the Sligo kind of over the torso armour as well. And it comes with 4 pairs of hands, so you get all the options there. And the pauldrons, the cosmic pauldrons, the ones we've got before, again all painted up in this green and orangey copper colour scheme. A couple of hoses there as well, a small blaster, and that little attachment for the arms that comes with Mbira Jimbala. So what are we thinking, Mal? What's the verdict here?
I think he looks really cool. Really cool. I really like the colours.
It's the Ireland flag. I love it.
Yeah. I must admit that was one of the first things I thought of when I saw it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's a really cool looking figure.
Look at that photo from Trevor.
Cool idea. The
environment shot.
Great photos.
Really nice.
Trevor.
Yeah. And Rich, you fan?
Yeah, I like it. I like the colours. It helps people towards getting their colonial marine type characters with these, although it's coppery rather than brown. It helps people along the way to that.
Yeah.
And it's a heavy gunner. Who doesn't like somebody with a massive gun? That's always a great
part
thing.
Of it, isn't it?
Yeah. If you have Sligo and you have Vorga with the gun, you can kind of make this figure yourself with the parts at least. But great to have them all painted up here, and I love this colour scheme. This is one of my favourite cosmic reveals, I think. So
it's like
far.
we always say, isn't it? It's always better to get the factory painted.
Oh yeah,
colour of the parts if that's what you want with it. So.
But it's just nice that you could maybe, now that heavy gunner is a thing, you can build your kind of ranks maybe with some of those parts.
Yeah.
I guess it gives them another option too, as this is sort of a vaguely camouflagey type thing, that they could start putting more out. So, this is a forest world heavy gunner or something, and then they could have a different colour paint scheme for a desert planet, and then a different one for ice. They could do all that sort of stuff as well, which would be very cool.
Yeah, I just really like this figure. It really kind of, it brings a bit more to the kind of vibe of Cosmerrium and kind of what's going on and the different type of characters you can get. I don't know. And
a few more hands would have been nice. They skimped on those a bit, but there's only 4 pairs. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that just means you need to get 4 figures just to use all the different hands, Rich. Yeah, and then for the 2 different looks with the helmet and the visor and the helmet off and the torso armor off. So yeah, just maybe half dozen would be enough.
He's totally I'm totally sticking that half helmet on him though. He looks so good, so cool.
He looks great, doesn't it? Yeah,
it does. Yeah, it looks really good. It really changes the look. It's surprising. I thought that was a new head when I saw it first.
It's almost like it's like a blast shield sort of thing, isn't it? So you can imagine him being like a flamethrower guy or something as well. So there's that bit of extra protection around his face.
Oh, flame trooper, nice. Yeah, just need to get a little flame effect, which we could easily source from somewhere. Excellent. So, very excited for all those lovely folks to do with Ishon and going to Ishon. So good luck on getting him early. The rest of us will battle it out in September and maybe battle further at Legion's Con if there's still some left over. You never know.
Yeah, I was looking at the press release for this again, and they were saying that there's a VIP event because it's 1 day show, Ishon, but there's a VIP event on the evening before, so they'll have enough for all the VIP people, and then it'll be a first come first serve scrum the following day.
So we actually have the schedule for Ishon here. So it's quite small, maybe for you guys to read. So I'll read it. It's Saturday, August the 3rd is the con itself, but there's VIP night on Friday, August the 2nd. So if you're not in the VIP, you're going to be feeling FOMO to the ears for the whole night there, huh? And what they have, so this is the schedule for Ishon. They have the Friday, the 2nd of August, private VIP event limited to 100 tickets, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. First chance to pick up Cosmic Legion's Tusk Heavy Gunner figure, shop the vendor tables, and meet the Four Horsemen team. So that's definitely a nice one for the first 100 people that can grab those tickets. I assume they cost a bit extra. I'm just going to assume that. I'm sure they do. Friday night, 9 p.m. onwards, they have lobby room swaps and hangouts. After the doors close on VIP night, the fun moves to the lobby and rooms with more sales. So room sales, I think that's quite a popular thing at a lot of cons. So should be fun. Bring your figures, sell them, buy some more stuff. Then Saturday, 3rd of August, 10 to 6, the Ishon 2024 marketplace opens up. Four Horsemen Studios will be set up with a massive selection of Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, and Figure Obscura items for sale, including the show debut Tusk Heavy Gunner, while supplies last. Many other amazing exhibitors will also be part of this show with some awesome items to show and for sale. For example, I know Eric Miller is going to be there selling customs and painted heads, so he's somebody that people should definitely check out. And there are others. So then we have a 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on that Saturday, the Pop and Swap experience. Join the Ishcom team for 2 hours and experience the fun of popping and swapping legions to create your own unique figure. So that sounds like a fun event. Sounds like something for you, Rich, if you were there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then we have 4 to 5 p.m. on that Saturday, the Four Horsemen Q&A. That's a private Q&A moderated by D Amazing and will be open only to Ishcon attendees. So there you go. Should be fun for that.
Yeah,
then
hopefully they'll record that as well. So like they did the last one, didn't they?
Yeah, that'd be good.
That would be nice. Yeah, but then Saturday, 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Which is pretty effing late over here, but what can we do? Cosmic Legion's Ox Crew Book 2 wave reveal. So there you go. There's the confirmation that we all suspected there was going to be a cosmic reveal at Ishcon. There it is, written in orange. Join us as we reveal the latest wave of Cosmic Legions for the world, and you get to see it in person as part of our live studio audience. Well, you, the attendees. And then from 9:30 p.m. onwards, it's Get Pissed. So there you go.
So it's going to be interesting because I'm out for my mate's birthday before the cosmic reveal, so I might not even make it or I'll be very drunk.
Well, I'm going to see if we can do the listen or the watch along on Discord like we did the last time. That was a lot of fun. So hopefully we can do that again this time. I'll have to do the kind of prep, the early to bed the night before kind of stuff. So Ishon, looks like it's going to be a good show.
Yeah, definitely.
It's going to be a fabulous show. Very jealous.
Yes, it looks very cool.
Yeah, so you got the Tusk Heavy Gunner and you got the Wave 2 reveal. So I think this is, as there's no PowerCon this year, I think Ishon is definitely taking the place and they're doing similar stuff. So, look forward to that. And that, in case you didn't know, is in North Carolina, in Durham, North Carolina. So look it up, ishon.net. Right, and then we can look at the Ashes of Agbendor and what pricing we are looking at for the retailers here very quickly before we round out for today. Sound good?
That sounds good to me.
Does indeed. You'll have to read the prices, John, because that is titchy.
Yeah. No problem. It's just representative. So, Ashes of Agbendor in the UK. You got Emporium of Cool is the distributor retailer there. They've got probably their best deal, and what you should go for if you can, if you want them all, is their all-in entire wave $499. So £500 is their all-in. That's the one you're going to go for, Rich, or
it will be. Yeah, I always get the all-in from them because it works out pretty much the same price as getting it from the Horseman. Sometimes it's a little bit cheaper. And then I'll just pick up any extras, from the Legion's Con after or whatever. That's the general way that I do these things now.
And you can pay in installments with these guys, can't you?
Which is amazing. It makes such a difference.
Pain a bit. Yeah.
Actually, what did you order direct at all, Rich?
I didn't know. As I'm trying not to spend much money at the moment, so
and you, Mel?
I held off.
I ordered a couple of Kai Pashas and a couple of the Gob Hollow set because I thought the Gob Hollow set, I thought it's the cheapest you're going to get it, so I went for them. I went for a couple of them, and the Kai Pasha I knew I'd want more of them anyway, so that sort of, I put in 2 orders that were less than 130, and then I've pre-ordered the all-in from Emporium.
Very good.
And paid the first instalment. So
yeah, I went for direct. I went to 2 of the Goblin Pack, 2 Kai Pasha, 2 of the Night Builder, and then I got 1 Skeleton, 1 Shui, and 1 Yosef. So I didn't order Azza 2 or the 2 bigger figures, the Ogre and the Centaur.
Boo.
Was. Yeah, and then quite frustratingly for you guys, given this is the only UK retailer, they don't know how, or they don't translate the dollar retail price into pounds. They just do a 1-to-1 conversion. Yeah. So the standard figures, like your Azza, are £49.99, which is what in dollars, more like $60 or?
Yeah, it's about $60 on the current exchange rate. Yeah.
Yeah, and then 53 pounds for the gold skeleton, the deluxe figures. And for the Centaur, it's 83, and for the Ogre, it's 75. So, yeah, that's pretty tough going.
That really is a kick in the ghoulie ganglies, as we'd say over here.
And then we got the Goblin 2-pack is £86. I mean, that's what, 40 42.5 per 42.50 per goblin.
Yes,
Pounds. Yeah. So that's over $50 per figure. And Yosef is the 53, and the deluxe knight is £70. So yeah. Yeah, so that does not add up to the £500 in the all-in. That's the one where they're offering you the deal, but that all-in disappears after the pre-order window closes for the retailers, doesn't it?
No,
I think they must order a few more because it stays open.
But it can.
While. Yeah,
it can
do. Yeah,
disappear.
They've definitely got some sold. Yeah, they definitely got some sold out ones on the website. So yeah.
So if you want to make sure you get in on it, even if you go for the paying installments, and the paying installments doesn't cost you more than the 500, does it? It's there's no kind of very good. So that's that. Then if we move on to the euro price, so this is looking better in terms of direct 1-to-1 with the dollar price. So we got the standard figures like Kai Pasha and Asa for €46.90. So basically €47, which is pretty much 1-to-1 with $50. We got the Goblin 2-pack as €84. So again, that's what's that 2-pack in dollars? Jumping ahead here, but yeah, it's 89. So it's $90. So yeah, that's pretty good. The Frost Ogre is 70, and the Centaur is 84. I think. Hold on. Can't see him right. It is 84.90. So pretty sweet. That's all from Figurenjager. Mighty Underground has the same pricing on the standards, and the deluxes. Yeah, the deluxes are 52 basically, 51.90. So again, pretty sweet. And then Mighty Underground has an all-in deal as well, which is €541, which is pretty much £500. So that's where you see that is
even with the increased cost of shipping from Europe as opposed from the UK, it probably makes more sense for us to order from these retailers because it's like about, so the euro price we were say about £5 less roughly.
Yeah.
And by multiples, and the shipping won't be that much. So
so it is a big difference. A lot of people won't do that though because of the perceived hassle with ordering from outside of the UK these days. So so that's euro. I think that's kind of in line with what we see. So support those guys. They're doing really a great job, and they that's as good as somebody in America is getting the figures for. So definitely in equivalent currency. And then the dollar price, I suppose we have the the $50 standard figures. Worth noting, it's 55 for the deluxes, so that's Yosef and the Gold Skeleton, and then 85 for the Centaur, 90 for the Goblin 2-pack, and 75 for the Frost Ogre. So yeah, I think that's probably in line. If we had to guess, that's probably the dollar prices we would have thought about. So yeah, no small parts like hands packs or weapons packs in this one. So for example, for your UK all-in, that they would normally not include those. So that's, you don't have to worry about that this time around. So you're gone all in on the with the UK retailer, Rich?
Yes. It's that means I'll have another Asa despite saying no, don't let my heads go. But yes, I'll get another one that way. And then pick up extras I want as and when.
And so are you thinking of extras of the Centaur, or what would you be thinking of extras of?
The Centaurs are so, I love the Centaurs, but they're so big. At the moment, I've got one one extra Apharius, and I've got a head lined up that I want to use. I haven't bought it yet, but it takes up so much shelf space. Even I'm thinking like, do I want that extra one? But I definitely want extras of Caipatia. Probably at least one more set of the goblins as well. They're really cool, and I want another Frost Ogre as well because I've got a couple of heads lined up for the Frost Ogre.
Right. So, yeah, that's expensive.
Yes. Yeah. It's a drug. I don't know what I can say.
Yeah, I'm trying to, as much as possible, stay away from the bigger figures unless I really have, for example, a use for them. Apart from maybe the one. I will pick up a Frost Ogre, I think, definitely. The Centaur I'm still on the fence about. And as a 2, I will as well, but I just don't see the need to order her now.
Yeah. The Frost Ogre, I mean, I love the idea of Frost Ogres, but I probably wouldn't necessarily have bothered this time until they showed that second head. Like the Viking, and then all of a sudden it's a Frost Giant. And it's like, well, I now need that. And then I've got another really cool Ogre head that I got from my Actually Customs a couple of years ago now that I've not had painted up yet. So that will go brilliantly with that. And there'll be 2 like Frost Giant Viking type characters. So it's going to be grand.
And do we think that we're going to get anything else before Ishon announced, or any guesses?
I don't think so, because there's just the timing in terms of when it would go up for order, when they'd release it, when they'd ship it, because of course the pre-order for Ox Crew will open the night of the 3rd or the day of the 4th, as it'll actually be for us, won't it? But
yeah,
so that doesn't leave much time for them to do much else in. I might be wrong. They've done more in less time.
Yeah, normally I'd agree with you, Mal, but they put so much stuff out this year. I wouldn't be at all surprised if all of a sudden another figure obscura or something else all of a sudden popped up.
Well, it's summer of Cosmerrium now, so we have to think it's cosmic possibly before Ishon is over.
Yeah, they don't announce the figure obscuras at all. They do the day before, so they can say summer of Cosmerrium and then chuck a figure obscura in there anyway.
I think figure obscura is going to be in that little gap before Legion's gone.
Yeah,
that's my guess.
It's not that long since the last one, really, is it? Yeah. And, so.
My wallet would appreciate that more.
But we want cool stuff, you know. Did your Savage Crucible lizards manage to stand up, or?
I've only unboxed the one because life's been hectic. That one
That's
is
how
hit and
excited
miss.
you are about those, huh?
Well, I was more excited when I pre-ordered them. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
They are good figures. They don't go as well with Mythics as I was hoping. Aesthetics wise, having said that, there's Jason Rodriguez released that lizard set, didn't he? So and that's available in Savage Crucible sizes as well. So that might help with that. But I've actually opened 2. Sorry, I was lying. It's not just the one. The 2 I've opened. One stands up fine and one throws itself on the floor like an Italian footballer who's been tackled.
They're out of the Euros now, so no need to worry about that. I think it's any footballer these days. It's part of the tactics.
This is true.
Yeah. Right. Well, do you have anything more you want to talk about, or anything you want to get off your chest?
I'm excited and already looking forward to our predictions episode for Ox Crew. That's all I'll say.
Oh, yeah. Get working on that. Yeah. Yeah, we have, this month we'll also have Matt Drake on to talk about Toylytics. So basically he's going to be talking about the kind of secondary market prices for all the different figures, and it would be especially interesting to see how the mystery box sales and the version 2 announcements have affected maybe some of the pricing. So it'll be fun to have Matt on during this month. It'll be a little bit later this month, but before Ishon.
Most highbrow we get, won't it? Yeah.
It's charts and spreadsheets. It's Christmas.
Well, if you've seen...
I thought you said charts.
If you've seen the episode, the listener chats episode, the first one, where I had a chat with Matt, and he's a very articulate person. He's probably articulated
Easy
as well.
for
I
you
hope he is.
say.
And yeah, imagine.
Easy double knee joints, though. Otherwise, we know it's a bit of an issue, isn't it?
I'm talking about how
Has
articulate
he got
somebody
too much
is, and I managed to
articulation or
butcher
not
it.
enough?
So it just shows you how articulate I am. But yeah, so and he's a university professor, so he's well able to talk. So we might just be able to sit back and enjoy Matt's filling us in and all the stuff there. Rich, you're the stats nerd, so you've got to line up the questions for Matt for that one.
Oh yeah, don't worry. Yeah, and I'll produce a couple of embarrassing charts myself just to show how poor they look compared to his.
Love it. I love it.
This is my chart
Right.
that shows my chart's bigger than your chart.
I see. Right. Well, shall we go then? Shall we let the people have their time back? Yeah.
Sounds like I'm at work. Let you have your time back.
Yeah, I threw that in there. Also, Patreons, look at this. Oh, what was that? Ooh.
Something else I still need to get on to.
Yeah, get your finger out, Mal. We need a cosmic partner. Good luck, guys.
Stay safe out there, everybody.